Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? I uh, I took a break, kind of chilled, just watched some YouTube. After my adventure on Cuphead. Um, yeah, after I got frustrated at it, and I knew I needed to just kind of stop and just take a step back and just chill because that's the thing. I know myself. I know when I need to just stop playing something. If I'm getting frustrated with that, I don't handle frustration very well. So with that, I kind of knew, yeah, no, it's gonna be best just take a step back and just have a breather, you know. Um, and so now I'm gonna continue my adventure on here. Uh, I let me first make sure actually. Okay, good, good. But I wanted to make sure I played this soon enough again, where I didn't have this huge issue of not knowing where the heck I'm doing. Uh, okay. So I need to go down. I would say down to the left and right. Well, let's go. Let's go to the where am I at? Am I at my campsite? Okay, yes, I'm at this campsite. Here, let's go. Let's go over here. I might be able to finish this game today. I do not know, but yeah. I also kind of knew that I needed to finish this somewhat sooner, just because I kind of know that this one I'll be a lot more confused about if I come back to it. Like Layers of Fear 2, I do wanna finish that game. I I really do not want to just I hate starting things in games and just refusing to finish them. But I need to be okay with that as an option. I need to make it so I am not forcing myself. Is that then it ruins the point of streaming? Is I like streaming for fun. You know, if I could eventually get to the point where I could kind of get partnered or whatever, that would be absolutely sick. I would love that. But at this very point in time, I'm just doing it for fun. Uh, and so if I was able to get to that point where I could enjoy it, I get to that, then that would be absolutely awesome. But at this very point in time, I'm doing it for fun. I know I repeated that. I just kind of lost track of what I was saying. But and so if I am just going to be forcing myself to play like Metal Gear Survive, I don't have plans to return to that game at this very point in time. Maybe in the future, maybe if people absolutely were like, Jaden, please, but right now, no. I hate that game, honestly. It's so bad. And it's not even like it's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be so bad that it's actually gonna be fun to watch. Like, hell no. Nobody cares about watching that. I don't blame you at all. But I've came here before. Odd. But yeah, if I just kind of force myself, it defeats the whole purpose of the streaming, and force myself to play stuff that I don't want to play or hate playing. Like, that's the thing. I'm okay with doing it with certain games. Duck Dynasty, for example, I forced myself to complete that game, and well, actually, towards the end, for some reason, I kind of started enjoying it a little bit because I knew how stupid it was. But it kind of grew upon me just because it was so shit. Um, and that's not how Metal Gear is though, unfortunately. Which is so heartbreaking because I love Metal Gear, man. I really do. That is one of my favorite games of all time. It is literally top 3. I don't know if it is my number 1, but it's Metal Gear 3. I originally would say Metal Gear 1, but I kind of now realize Metal Gear 3 I definitely like more. I love Metal Gear 1 still. Metal Gear Solid, but it still, like, 3 is just, mwah, it's perfect. Yeah, play it. Like, it's amazing, honestly. The only thing I hate about it is it's not long enough, you know? God, I would have loved if they added in more content, somehow made it so like the campaign was like still 3 hours longer, but still had the same enjoyment factor. Like it would just be so cool. Like I would love to have so much more stuff to play on that game. I love that thing. But it's like we all have our certain games that we have beaten. Hey, Sharon, stop speaking, bud. We all have a certain game that we've played ourselves like multiple times. And Metal Gear is one of those games. Halo. What else have I beaten multiple times? I have beaten Duck Dynasty a few times. Twice, to be exact. First one, I went to a thrift store and saw it there for like $4. And for some reason, I find it so fun, just like kind of like having myself play shitty games. But that's the thing, Duck Dynasty, it's short. And so it's shit, but it's short enough where I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. 4 hours, sure. But Metal Gear is 20 hours long. And I'm not going to do that for 20 hours. Sorry, but no. You know. God. That didn't really, like, scare me, but I just was like, I just thought I was dead. So I'm making progress? Hey? Where we going, boys? This is the beginning of a battle royale. Everyone's just charging me like I gotta get to the good shit. Gotta go! Whenever you drop school in PUBG. Oh. How silly of me. I should have known better. Here, I'm noticing it's kind of covering my face a lot. There we go. That's better. I wish I could make that camera closer, bro. I really do. I kind of hate how it's so far away. Basically how I got this working PC here, and I'm playing this off my Xbox One. But I don't have anything right here to put it on. This goes right to my closet, so I wish I had something I could just plop it on here to have it so you guys have it closer, up and close and personal kind of a view. I don't know why I keep looking at the freaking preview of me. I think it's because it's a person, even though it's me, and so for some reason I feel like I should be looking at that because it's a. Oh, you bitch! You bitch! That's not cool at all. That is not nice. That is really not nice. Was that even the right way to go? Like, well, surely it was. There's no way they would just have that going on just for the hell of it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I had no idea what I did wrong there. I didn't see anyone. I just saw that there was that dirt smoke, and so I was like, okay. At the end, but then I just died out of nowhere, and so I didn't see any creature. I just kind of just died. So. I love that I'm not even keeping track of the map at all. I'm being a total dumbass. How fast could you speedrun this game? Because from what it seems like there's like only like one, like there's only certain pages that matter. And so, like for example, the cabin, I would probably say the sacrificial place was another one, and that place that had the deer that had its skull fall down and you got something there, but so I think there's a few that are crucial and needed. Here. I have no idea where I'm at. Was this? Okay, no, I think I went down last time. Maybe not. No, I definitely did. This doesn't look the same. So why the hell did I not go that way? That play definitely feels like the correct way to go. Because they tend to have stuff like that happen whenever it's going when you're going the correct route. God, I don't know. This just for some reason it's strictly just because of the wet woods and the wilderness. It just I don't know. But just because it looks cool here. I like the trees. I like the snow and all. It reminds me of oh God, I've been here. All right, we're going back, boys. We're going back. But it reminds me of Firewatch. I love that game. Oh, that game's so good. I want them to make more games like that, bro. Whoever made that game, make a second one. Do it. God, I would love it if they made a second one, bro. That would be a game that I'd like pre-order. I love that game. That game is so fun. If you haven't played it, play it. It's amazing, honestly. Caution, a psychopath on the loose. A dangerous criminal has escaped from the Moscow Mental Institute, and we have been informed that the man is completely insane and delusional. Oh. Cool. That's I like to hear when I'm wandering around in the wilderness alone. I love that. I love it. Ugh. Oh yeah. So have you guys seen the trailer for that new horror game that's coming out by 2K and someone else? I forget what it's called, but it's like you go out and there's like you go out camping and you're a whole bunch of teenagers and it's kind of like an Until Dawn game, a butterfly effect game. You choose, okay, Susan, I want you to go to the right and follow that noise, and based upon what you choose, you will get a certain ending. And I like that. I like it. I wasn't the biggest fan of Man of Medan. That was disappointing, especially because my friend, he hates that I make fun of him for this, but I have to. We chose every correct choice throughout the whole game until the very last one, where my friend chose the wrong one and he killed off our favorite character on the very last thing. After that one, we would have survived and won. But he was like, I'm gonna choose this one, and he costed us our favorite character. And so now, I like to give my friend a little shit, just kind of mess with him a little bit. I would message him because the guy said, "Hold on." He was like, "Do it now or hold on" or something like that. And he said, "Hold on," and so I like to message him out of nowhere, just being like, "Hold on," just to kind of like hint at it. And he hates it. He doesn't like it. But It's not like I'm the only one that kind of messes with him. It's he messes with me and I mess with him. It's a mutual thing. So it's not just it's not that I'm just a complete dick. I do want that to be known. Okay. So I do want to. Okay, so that's that smoke. I want to avoid it. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know if I should be in there or not. I have no idea what to do. What was that? Am I just screwed? Okay, it cleared out. What? Was I supposed to do it that way? Or did it just not expect me to do it that way? I don't know. Ooh, look at that creepy tree. That spooky tree.
Finally, we made it to the pass. Thank God, we made it. On our way, I felt someone was following us. I heard strange whispers around. I sometimes even caught a glimpse of a moving shadow in the trees. There were moments I could feel someone's breath upon my shoulder.
Ugh.
But when I stopped still, hearing the snow crunching under one's boots, and turned around, there was nobody there. I had the impression this is a place of some horrid altar of madness. Nothing is as it should be. Or it's some kind of a nightmare. And then we found the bodies. Something told me not to look, but it looked like something was sticking out. Or maybe there was just some voice in my head which kept repeating, "Go down there, go." I can hear it clearly even now. So I went down and found the remaining 4. The way they looked, what on earth could have happened to them? I'm not able to describe it in detail. Smashed skulls, twisted limbs, broken ribs, torn, cut, or burnt skin. Never ever have I seen anything like this. A gruesome image of madness or some sick experiment. As if someone or something played with them and abandoned the destroyed toys in the forest. I felt madness was slowly but firmly overcoming my soul.
What's going on? What's going on? Build up, but I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Oh god. At least if I die, I will be back there. I don't know, this is really unsettling to me. I don't know why. But it really is.
The sun is just starting to set. I see it like I am there myself, as if I'm standing there in the middle of the forest. Not sure what is going on with reality. I'm writing with my own blood on a tree, my own name, Anton. No, not mine. His. The sun is just starting to set. Orange mist. Orange mist all around. I see their bodies coming out of the woods. I hear a scream. A horrific scream of terror. Is that my voice? I think it is. Where's Anton? Where did he come from? How did he get in? The sun is just starting to set. He's in me. He's in my head.
I can
He's
hear
coming
breathing.
through my eyes. The eyes are windows to the soul. He has no soul. Where is Anton? I am dropping in a bottomless abyss, falling into the past. Dead and rotting hands are catching me on my way down. I can feel them whisper into my ear. Now you are ours. You will never leave us. I'm calling him. I'm calling Anton. Where is Anton? I don't know. I see nothing. My eyes are overflowing with blood. I have to escape. I have to run away. I have to start running. The sun is just starting to set.
Oh, damn. Get me out of there. Something not nice is in there, that's for sure. Damn sure. But, okay, so, just cause, okay, just cause back on the first note, it reminded me of a story of mine. It's a little spooky story, so it works good with this. Hey! Okay, so yeah, it works good with this because spooky game, spooky story. Okay, wait, where's the new tent at? So I thought it would be over here. It's over there? I went over there? Wait, what? What? How? What? Am I just being a dumbass? Wait, what? I am genuinely confused. I have no idea. Because, okay, so... okay, so I went over there. I wouldn't be. I'm just here. Wait, what? I am so confused. Or did I somehow, like, curve around during my adventure over? Okay, here, I'm gonna stick to the path. I love how I say that and immediately start running away from the path. Oh, I guess I have to go that way. But alright, so yeah, here's the little spooky story that I was talking about. So the story is, this was 2-3 years ago. And basically what happened was, so just to remind you what reminded me of the story was the guy in the note was saying something about he could feel someone breathing on the back of his neck, I believe it was. Something amongst those lines, but, anyways, the hell? Huh. But, anyways, I was playing games throughout the whole night, and I was finally going to bed around 5, 6 a.m. And I started laying down, and I'm starting to kind of, get comfortable, start trying to fall asleep, and my back was facing the rest of my room. I was basically back on my couch. For some reason, I slept on my couch. I think it was because I had my dog. She loved sleeping on the couch, and I'm a fan of spoiling my dog, and so, I would sleep on the couch, even though I probably shouldn't have. That couch has definitely helped fuck up my back. But, anywho, while I was sleeping on there, or trying to fall asleep on there, out of nowhere, I just felt this hand just rest upon my shoulder. And I could feel each and every single finger. And I could, it was like a very calm, just you could feel it just resting upon my shoulder. And so then I turn around, and there was nothing there. And I don't know, for some reason it didn't really bother me. It didn't really kind of unnerve me or whatever. I just kind of was just like, okay. And then I just kind of started trying to lay down again. And 10, 15 minutes later, there was an earthquake. Hey, Rufus, stop. Sorry. But yeah, 10, 15 minutes later, there was an earthquake. It wasn't even a big one. It was just it was a very minor one. It was so weak that I genuinely was just like, what was that? I don't know. I genuinely was trying to figure out what I thought that was. I wouldn't know if I was I don't know, was that I don't really know what I thought, but I didn't think car crash. I'm not car crash. I didn't think earthquake. Hey, buddy. And so yeah, I just remember that story, but because I don't know, I do believe ghosts they could be real. I'm not really I'm not a firm believer, but I'm not saying no, they don't either. So just lay down, buddy. I mean, you can't be roaming. It's 1 a.m, bud. But yeah, so yeah, I just remember that story, and I don't know. I find that because I think ghost stories are very fascinating. And so if you believe that's ghosts that I don't know, maybe it was somebody who was coming over, warning me maybe about the earthquake. No idea. But I still remember just the feeling of each and every single finger individually, just resting upon my shoulder. But I don't know. I'm personally quite a fan of the story. But how do I get on it? How much more is there for me to do? Because, like, I don't really know many areas that I haven't really... Because, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I have no idea how I got to here. I just kind of started just walking around, and I just ended up here. And I was like, oh. Alrighty then. Like, I had no idea how I got here. Okay, Dr. Grigor Anton Wick's testimony on anomaly. We have never seen such a thing. The activity was off the scale. Energy readings is beyond any reason. I remember Dr. Petnik said he heard singing. He saw angels appearing from the light. It was clear to us that it was dangerous to stay too close to the anomaly for too long, but we had to conduct more tests. Therefore, we decided to use the prisms. That is why we created Section 22. I clearly do not understand the story at all. I don't understand what the fuck is there going on about. I kind of knew I wouldn't understand what's going on. Am I close to the end? Like, what's going on here? Actually, wait. Fuck.
I am an empty wreck.
I don't know. That creeped me out. I didn't like that.
Not alike. A servant, obedient to one master. My body is a shell, and I am ready to absorb him. Now I see the plan. I see the magnitude of devastation. The Creator summons me, and I want to be his food. I am humming his tune. I am looking at the world through his eyes. I drink the blood of his enemies and taste the rotting bodies. I feel the sin sprouting under my skin. I hear screams in my head. I hear them calling me. I hear the calling of the ones that through him have already found their eternal shelter. Free them, my lord! Free them, and take me instead! Fulfill your revenge! At the hour of my death, an army of angels comes out from the orange light. Their song is made of one powerful voice. I feel their presence, their twisted faces, their black eyes drilling into my consciousness. They demand to finish the work. Oh, his presence is overcoming me. So poor and defenseless. What have they done to you? What harm? There is a place. You were there, and so was I. A huge gate, and the Creator hidden behind it. Only those few who touched him could understand, but you could. You understood, and I understood through you.
Oh god, I hate that. I hate that. Hello? I'm kind of partly hoping that this is like the end, just because like I genuinely have no idea where to go next.
Time does not heal wounds, as I've recently learned. This truth was pounded into me by pain, cruelty, and lies. I learned from this. I remembered. It nearly touched the essence of my understanding, becoming the revelation of truth, when they dragged me down the corridor with my shattered bones. When they operated on me to observe the misplacement of my organs, when they put the worst nightmares into my head, when they closed me up, put me together again and revived me over and over to test the limits of my endurance. And when finally, after so many years, they told me my wife was dead. Time does not heal wounds.
God. What the hell is wrong with these scientists, though, bro? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna hurry and take my dog outside so he could just stop.
arranged with the locals that they will give us a ride to the location of the second camp. We helped them unload the carts and waited for the horses. At approximately 4 p.m, we set off to continue our journey. We managed to replenish food supplies so we could eat something on our way there. The horses are moving slowly. It's making me sleepy. It's getting dark. The second camp was an abandoned village. We found a house to stay at overnight. In total darkness, we started setting up a fireplace. Everyone cut themselves on nails sticking out of the boards. Apart from that, everything was okay. Then, it all started. Sitting in room number...
I set out the moment I heard about it.
We are sitting in 7A. We slept in... The weather is pretty...
faster. I don't have a lot of time left. You have to hurry. Find the way. Find me, or I'll unleash hell upon you.
My dear Vera, I'm spending my time in the Institute on long walks in the park. Only here I can find solace, only in the shadows of the trees. My thoughts are peaceful when I see how the sun brushes the green leaves and the wind covers my face in a gentle, warm blow. The doctors say the worst is behind me. The breakdown was temporary. It's difficult for me to say what triggered this state. I know you'll never forgive me for what I've done. The tragedy that I have contributed to shall never find any justification nor explanation. I can only cover it up with madness. But I am aware that this is a pathetic excuse, and I'm not able to hide behind it. I take full responsibility for what happened, and I am prepared to be punished. The doctors, however, say I will probably not leave the Institute. You must know I would rather rot in prison 100 times for what I have done to you. I have to confess, I tricked you. I knew you would never, ever want to hear what I have to say to you. That is why I sent my friend with this letter to your sister, and after a lot of persuasion, she agreed to read it to you. I thank her from the bottom of my heart for this. I'm ending this letter. I want to bore you no more. I love you and believe that someday, hopefully, I will be able to tell you all this in person. Luckily, I am an empty room. My dear Vera. My dear Vera.
from the forest did not let us sleep. It's hard to tell what it was. It sounded to me like someone was calling me, but the rest of the group said it had been some kind of humming. We will ask the locals if we meet them again. In the morning, everyone was a bit scared, but after breakfast, our moods improved. We set off up the river. The snow isn't really that deep, but it's wet and it sticks to the skis, so it's hard to move. We passed a couple of cliffs, and after a couple of meters, the area became more flat. Finally, around 5:30 p.m., we stopped to set up a camp. It is our first night under canvas. We were very tired. We tried to prepare for tomorrow's walk, but hunger was stronger. Then exhaustion overcame us. We sat around the fireplace and talked, or rather whispered. We were afraid to speak louder because of the surrounding atmosphere, as if this place was sacred or haunted. At last, we took shelter in the tents. Somehow, nobody feels like sleeping. We thought someone was passing by on the trail nearby, so the boys went to check it out, but there was nobody there. Maybe it was some animal. Again, I can hear the sounds from the forest.
Hi. You You think I'd fucking learn, dude. You'd think I'd learn. You'd think I'd learn. You'd think I'd learn, dude. I have done that multiple times. Where I have muted my mic, or my mic has never picked me up on stuff, or just, you know, issues were coming in from Twitch's side, or just, I have had countless issues where my mic was just not getting picked up, where I was super quiet, or just basically, that shit's happened before, and I can't believe I have yet to learn. I muted my mic when I walked out of the room, and came back and totally forgot because I was gone for so long. it's not. I'm just. Ugh. I'm frustrated about that, man. That's really gonna not help because I've been kind of like. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been kind of forcing myself to do the streams for the past few days. Like, I'm just. I kind of want to just end the stream now. Because, like, it's just, it's just a little frustrating just because what I like to do is I like to just do the stream, then I like to export it in its full entirety onto my second YouTube channel. And so now it's just a little frustrating that now when I export it, it's going to have this chunk where a good amount of it, like, is when I was actually making a whole bunch of progress. And now, and also I was talking and actually coming, I was like, I was not just sitting there just being absolutely silent. And so it's frustrating. And the best part is, you'd think I'd learn when my freaking mic has a giant green light right here. But no. That's just idiotic to suspect you'd freaking notice that. Hi. How long is left in this game? Because, like, I don't even know exactly. I still am I literally just going around looking for pieces of papers? I really honestly have no clue. Because I don't know. I feel like I'm making progress, but it's just in its kind of a random order. Okay, here, let's look at achievements. Let's see. There's only about 4 achievements that are secrets, and so the secret ones would be like, okay, find the piece of paper in the church. And so I don't know. I think there's gonna be like 2 more, I would say. Hold on, let me turn on my fan. Alright. Oh my god, where do I go? God, I'm just running around the same freaking circle. And I can't even use the map because I don't really know where I'm at on it. Oh. Oh, no more monster sound. Oh, okay. I was wondering why my light looked so weird, and I was like, oh yeah, nope, nope. It's because my flashlight's dirty. That'd be kind of cool if whenever you walked into a blizzard, it would get a little more dirt, like like the flashlight wouldn't work as well because it's getting covered by the light, the snow. The snow's getting on there, and so that slowly melts from the heat from the light. That'd be kind of sick. The attention to detail would be pretty insane right there, but it would absolutely be awesome to see. What? Okay. I don't know. There was a little blue tinge over here. Huh. Okay. That's the freaking one that looks over the church. But yeah, I'll go over to it because it does lead me away from this area. Okay. I think it was supposed to teleport away earlier, not on the way out. I did think it was a little odd that it just kind of just stuck around, but I was like, okay. I think the only chance that there's any more is over here. Because I don't know, man. I agree with him when he's like, "You are slipping into insanity." I'm like, "Yep, sounds all right." Okay, but like, what that voiceover was for, like, because the voiceovers tend to come around whenever you're around somewhere necessary. I have no idea, bro. I have no idea where to go. Go hurry. I'm not looking up a video. Just making sure if you're like, Jaden, what are you doing? I'm just trying to cheat here. That ain't me, bro. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, well, let's go check out down here, I guess. I don't believe I have very much left. I am just trying to figure out how to get out of here. But just because that voiceover came up, I'm like, oh, now I kind of want to stick around here. So I feel like... I've just noticed that there's voiceovers at times when it matters. You know, like it... when you're... depending on where you're at. Oh, well. Never mind. I just went right back to spawn. Whatever. I already got the one there, obviously. So when you have to start by getting. Alright, I'm trying to figure out where's my tent? Where is my tent? I don't see my tent. Where's my damn tent, bro? I'm trying to teleport here, bro! Okay, I have no idea. Well, looks like I'm going to go up here, I guess. Tent! Tent! Finally! I don't know, I'm just kind of looking at the color differentiation. Because from you guys, At least for my preview, it looks a little more yellow. Mine's a little more green. Okay, so now I'm gonna listen to this directions like to a T. Okay, so the burnt forest is over there, so I'm gonna go to the left. There's a piece of paper. Sounds like it's up there. Hey! Come here. Come here! Entry from the testimony of Boris W., a 5-year-old boy probably exposed to the unknown force that caused the death of 12 people at the Waldemar 30 complex. Boris W., I've seen you in my dreams. You asked me about the same thing you're asking about right now. The same man was standing behind you. Dr. Grigor Anton Wicks. Boris, there is no one standing behind me. No one's here. You're wrong, Doctor. This man is asking me to tell you in the orange light the world is more beautiful and ask you to take a look at the chamber, chamber number 7 in section 22. How do you know about all of this, Boris? Did your father work in our department? No, you son of a bitch. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen you taking people to God's eye. I've seen their skins burning, their arms being twisted. I've seen them in my nightmares. That's why that it planted into your brains. Do you honestly think that no one knew about this? You think nobody survived? He has shown us the end of the entry. Damn. So that was all from a 12-year-old boy? Like, the what? Like, if maybe I just totally made that part up. Okay, but I'm gonna get right back to where I was. I'm gonna go back to the campsite just because I'm playing extra freaking cautious right here, man. Alright, so it'll be down here. And then to the left, okay? And once I get to more dividing parts, I will look again. The path is so hard to follow in this game, bro. Okay, yeah, so I got to the lake. So now I'm gonna go to the left. Bro, this is so much harder to do the... Okay, here. I guess this is the path. Yeah, this is definitely the path. So never mind, I'm just being dumb. Turning off the light, because that sometimes tends to set off the creatures. Okay, once I'm at the end of the stream. Okay. So now, it looks like either way will work. I'm gonna go this way, just to play it safe. What the hell? Graphical bugs right there, that's for sure. Piece of paper. God, okay, frame rate. Alright, I did not see it. Let me double check, make sure I didn't just walk past it. It sounds like it's just right on the other side of this wall. Yeah, I believe it's right on the other side of the wall. Oh boy. Okay, so, okay, let's see. So I got to the end of that path. Okay, so let's see. If I went over here, does it divide? Because if it does, then I am where I believe I am, and where I think I am. There's spooky sounds, so. Okay, piece of paper, yes.
The weather today clearly got worse, just as our moods. We're all a little scared of what happened last night. There were even some suggestions of going back, but that was outvoted. We set off at around 10 a.m., going the same Mansi trail as we did earlier. We encountered a small camp of a local hunter during our hike. We asked if he had hunted the other night, but he said no. He told us a story about a ghost prowling through the forest in the form of a bright fog. Obviously, this did not make us feel better. We kept on going forward. Today, the hike was slow and difficult. The visibility is close to zero. The temperature dropped to -24 centigrade. Around 4 p.m. we had to start looking for a place to set up a camp. We found a good spot on the verge of the forest, covered from the wind. As exhausted as we were, we began setting it up. We were too tired to dig up a hole for the campfire. We ate dinner in our tents. We had no strength for any discussions or thoughts. At night, I clearly heard someone walking around the tent. I heard them whispering my name. I do not want to talk about it with the rest of the group. They'll think I'm going crazy.
Dumbasses. These people are perfect people for just a standard horror slasher film, you know? They're perfect, just, because they're fucking idiots. Like, it's just like, okay, because, like, if you are camping and you are hearing shit every single night, like footsteps, whispering, and it happens even though you keep trekking along, and and it's happening to everyone, and it's not just to you only, you could kind of just eliminate that it's just one of your friends just dicking with you if each and every single person is just horrified. And it's just like, from what they were saying in another one, they were starving, and it didn't seem like they had very much food. It's just, why would you not just be like, let's get out of here? Like, I understand that this is for your, I don't know if it was college or what it was exactly, but it was for something, and so I understand you're hyped for it, but it's still just kind of like, it's gonna be, you know, that university shit's gonna be important for you when you're dead, you know? It's like, nah. Don't be dumbasses. Another piece of paper. Sounds like it's on my right. Oh god. It's on my right. And oh boy. Yeah, sure. Even though I don't feel like this will be one that's like needed, I'll still go for it. I supposed to get to it? That's how I'm supposed to get to it. Cool.
We set off quite late today. I think everyone heard something at night, but they are afraid to admit it. I walked around the tents, but didn't notice any tracks. We didn't talk too much. We barely hiked 2.5 miles. We got the impression that something clearly changed around us. I felt someone was observing us, and I think the others had a similar feeling because they mentioned the hunter was heading in the same direction. We won't make it any further. I think we'll stay here.
Well, you're idiots. Like, I understand at that point you're kind of screwed, but it's like, why do you guys, like, keep, like, forcing yourself, even though every day, you just feel so unsafe and like you are being hunted. You just, like, the human body is quite intelligent. It can sense stuff like that very well. It can sense that just small shit it's off. Like, it's, you know, human body is it's impressive. You know, it's a fascinating thing, but it's also you gotta trust your body, man. You know, you can't just sit there and just be like, I guess I can't just gotta, you know, just push through. Like, no, you gotta trust your gut, bro. If your gut feeling is you know, constantly just being like, there's something wrong about this place. I don't feel safe here at all. Like, good about it. Like, sometimes, you know, like sometimes, sure, I'll agree that it's like paranoia. I get that. But, you know, I don't know, play safe, I'd say, you know? It's like, if it's happening to everyone, and everyone's feeling the same thing, and it's not just like, only, you know, me just going out camping, and I got this really bad feeling, and everyone else is vibing, but then it's kind of like, yeah, that's just a bit more of paranoia, I guess. But if every single person is feeling like that, no. That you are not just having paranoia. There's something wrong, you know? So, big brains. And then they keep, like, trucking along. They don't just, like, think, let's get the hell out of here. Let's start trying to get out of here. Like, fucking big brains. Okay. So wait, I didn't see a path that led further in. Maybe I just missed it. Yeah, I believe I just missed it. I believe I'm on it now. You know, now it's like I'm more fascinated about the girl's story. I don't give a shit about the guy's story about how he helped create this shit. Like, screw that. I don't care. The girl's what is interesting. It's fascinating because it takes place here. And it's so much more amusing that way. Maybe you could say that I'm just a sick fuck that's just like just enjoys seeing people in distress, but I don't believe that. You know, okay, I'm gonna go back, cause okay, I don't know, maybe these are saying that these are blocked off areas. I have no idea, bro. Cause like genuinely, I have no idea where else I could really have shit, because over here just feels like this is like the only like kind of like cleared off area. But that would make sense that there are like areas that like had like an avalanche or something like that, and they are areas that are no longer accessible. Okay, and back to this cave. Okay. So now I am back to here again, I believe. No, I believe I'm actually here. Yeah, because I believe that's where I'm at. No idea what that is. Okay, but this area, no, this area looks good. This looks like somewhere that is needed. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna read those. Cause I can't scroll it, so I don't know because my mic was apparently muted when I was saying this. They apparently somehow managed to fuck up the scrolling in this one on console. You can't use the analog sticks. I literally went through and used every button trying to figure out what could possibly work, and nothing worked. Okay, so like let's see if I. No, so I was incorrect. But like I really have no idea where to go, man. Because I don't. Am I literally just trying to? Do I have to grab all of them? Because I don't think I'm really down to sit there and do that. But I thought it was just like there was certain ones that were more important that you need to get. And I don't know. The one in the one in the test labs and all that I got earlier. That one felt important. The hunting one, the one with the hunter, that one felt important. But like that one I just picked up did not feel important. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the paths. I say that there's no path here. What the hell? Because I'm trying to check out up here. But yeah, I have no idea because I've played this. I've done research trying to figure out how long games are, and this one was it said about 4 hours long, and I'm at that point basically, and so I don't know. I just don't want to just sit there and just like, because this is really truly not really the most like fascinating game. It's amusing and it is pretty interesting, but it's ultimately just a go find this letter game, basically. It's Slender Man, but with more story behind it. I guess I don't know. I don't really agree with that, but it's just pretty much the only thing that's Slender Man about it is just the constant letters. Because I don't know what to go grab. I don't know anything about what to do here. I've come up here multiple times. Jump. Climb. Climb. Ah. Nope. Wait! Oh my god. Ah. I just realized. I just realized how dumb I'm being. I am being a dumbass. Oh! Oh wow! I've been sitting here running around being like, where do I need to go? And for some reason, I've just completely already like ignored this. At the beginning, I was sitting there being like, what do these mean? And now I've just been like, okay, screw them. And now I look over and it's saying that I have one left to go grab. But yeah, if you want to go get some popcorn, man, I'm cool with that. I'll wait for you. I'll have to go find where the hell this is, apparently. But wow, that hurts, man. That hurts me. So, okay. It is... Okay, 14 north, 83 east. North, 14, 83... Oh, wait, nope, wrong way. I love how I don't even notice. 83. How do I get up there? I've been trying to find my way up there. That's literally what I was saying. This last one surely is up in this area, because this area is looking very bare. But I don't know how to get up there. So I just went down here, and I was trying to find this little path here. Never could find it. I probably did go right up there, and I just was being an idiot. Oh, okay, now I have to go try to find my way back to that. Alright, would it be better just go back and find this? I might have to just, I don't know. It might be better just to go find the tent and teleport. Yeah, I'm not too far away from the tent. It's right over here, I believe. Yeah. It will be much quicker to do it that way than run around the whole map. that sucks. I don't even want to know how close I have been this whole time, because I just feel like it's... Ooh, there's a creature nearby. I don't want to die now. I'm actually, nah, I was thinking, I could let him kill me. I'll teleport back to near where I need to go, but nah. That's the cowardly way. Gotta learn from my mistakes, I mean. Uh, there we go. But yeah, I already know I've been so close this whole time. And yeah, just because I. Oh man, because I feel like a lot of these letters I've been getting, most of them were unnecessary. I could tell that a lot of them were just very unnecessary. Like they were just kind of, if you're a completionist kind of person, then boom, that they got you hooked up in that section for you with these. And me, I'm more focused on just completing the game. If I enjoy it to the point where I want to completionist it, that's fine. I can go for it. But yeah, God, I wish I knew that before though. I could have completed this game so much faster. Because literally yesterday, the whole time what I would do is I would sit there and just run around the whole map and just be like, where do I go? And then just luckily I would just stroll along until I found one, and I'd just be like, oh, here's one. Hey, the tent. Thank you. I wish I could just teleport right up here. Right up here. Alright, let's go. Did you get your popcorn, man? Alright, to the left, to the wall, to the sweat dropping down my balls. I don't like that song. It's not a very good song. That's not a bad song. Just not gonna ever listen to it on my own. Okay, so we must. Yeah, we must go this way. Ooh, we're going into monster territory now, though. Ooh, spooky. Okay, follow this path. Turn off the lights so I don't get. Hopefully, it will make it so it doesn't. They don't get set off because of it. Trying to listen and focus on the sound. So now we have reached this dividing path. I want to go. Okay, here. Last time I tried the right, I'll go to the left this time. No! Wait, maybe? I have no idea, because maybe I was really going, like, that cave, that's the exit where I went before. I'm not feeling comfortable with that route. I feel like I'm gonna get myself lost. No, I don't want to. I'm gonna go straight to the entrance, to where I start, where it splits. There we go. piece of paper. I have no idea what that one would be. $14, okay. How do I get to there? Like... That means I would have to go straight. But that's not an option. So... I have to go the other route. Right? Wait, no, I'm not right there. Why did I think I was right there? Wait, maybe I am. Maybe I am. That would make so much more sense if I am there. Because, okay, whenever you get over there, this is that little straight turn here, and then it curves down. That makes sense. So I do have... Where would I go in then, though? Why am I just wandering around? It tends to usually go better for me whenever I just kind of wander around, honestly. Because every time I actually try, I always get confused a lot more. I'm not really confused, but I get stuck a lot more often. God, I'm just thinking about how stupid I'm gonna be looking in the recordings now. Because I'm gonna be like, people that have played this game and are fans of it are gonna be like, okay, here, someone new uploaded stuff on this game. Let's go check it out. Then you start watching and there's like, oh my god, this guy's not even he's not even using the map. He's just walking around. Oh my god. This dumbass. Yeah, I'll just go through here. This way will be a little bit faster. The path in this game, it's hard to follow at times. Because there's a lot, like, I understand that in the forest, you're not going to be able to keep track of your path very easily. It's not so just straightforward. And, like somebody is like, oh yeah, you just go over here, you turn left here. It's not really that easy when, if you're actually walking around, like, with an actual road that people drive on, it's easier, but, like, go here, no. But, I don't know. I have no idea where to go from here, man. Because, okay, so there's that cave that's down there, but there's a steep incline, and I'm not able to get past that part. Okay, so, like, let's check. Over here... I have no idea where this is at. Alright, let's see. Over here, if it's over here, I'm going to be a little upset because I started walking this way and I'm like, no, it's not over there. So I turned around and went away. Oh my god. No. Oh my god, I actually think it really is. But then it goes, you go over here. Then you go in here. Oh my god. But I think this is the cave that has a steep incline, don't it? Yeah, this is definitely that one. So where do I go? What? I have no idea, bro. I'm cheating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna just end it on this stream with just like not like just not ending the game. Come on, tell me which ones are which. Nah, he doesn't tell me that. That sucks. What? How's this man in this cave? I'm so confused. How did he get... What? What? So wait, did he do it? I have no idea! Wait, how did I do it get up there? I think I might know. I think I might know. I think I might know. Okay, so I didn't get this from the video, though. I did not. I did promise that. I saw that he was in a different cave that I've never been in. And then I was like, what? And so then I saw a torch. And yeah, that's all I've been able to see. I haven't really found anything really too helpful. Well, okay, yeah, so the reason why I was kind of just being like, I'm done, is like, it's just one more, and I'm not gonna sit there and just be like, oh yeah, let's just, I was considering just like ending it for now, or entirely, because it's just like, I'm still a little beat up about the stream, about my mic just not picking up at all, and so, oh sorry, I don't know what that was, but God, I hope you guys weren't able to hear that. My little hiccup, whatever that was. But shit, I'm sorry if you did hear that. But anyways, I was sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, I don't want to just end it off with just one more, and I just kind of was considering just completely ending it off completely, just because I was just, I don't know, I'm not wanting, it's just, I'm not too engaged in it. I don't know the story. I literally have no idea what the story is about. Okay, all I could tell you was there was this company that was doing really bad, scientific, not really scientific, but just they were messing with people. They were screwing with them. They were testing on prisoners, and that's kind of really all I know, honestly. Like, the girl's story is interesting. I can understand hers, but the rest of them, I don't understand. Not at all. Not gonna lie. Don't understand it. Mostly because multiple of them I've accidentally closed out too early. And also, even whenever they do talk, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in my own world. I'm just kind of sitting there just like, oh, yeah, wow. I'm not even remotely paying attention. And also, I feel like you have to find all of them to really understand what's going on. Because I am too busy being focused on other stuff. Yes, I think it's up here. This is the only other spot that I could think of that would make any sense. I still don't even know how I got up here. Not gonna lie. That's why I wasn't able to find it, is because they forced me to leave the first time I came here. When I got to that point, they forced me to teleport away. Because if I started coming down here, and then they had that monster kill me when I came down here. Oh wow, I could totally go in there, but alright. There is some music now. There hasn't really been much music. There's just been like howling and shit. I'm not feeling too confident about where I'm at right now. What the hell? What the hell? I'm on the last one. I can't believe that just happened. I cannot believe the game crashed there. And it wasn't even like a generic Xbox crash. It didn't even just like I'm fine. Just the game crashed as I think as I was pretty close to finding the last one, and so I'm a little nervous on where I'm at in the process of this, how far back I am. I'm hoping I am. I'm hoping I'm not just completely screwed here. God, I'm sitting there running around before, not having a single clue of where I was at. And then it just crashes right when I'm like, oh, okay, I think I have an idea of what's going on. Let's see if I'm lucky enough. Where am I? Okay. Thank you. There's only one left. Alright, okay. Thank you. Oh, oh, I was down in the right area, I believe. So down here will be frozen. I honestly, oh, this game. So basically, I don't know if you could hear it. Every once in a while, there's kind of like a little buzzing, kind of bee sound, a little thing. I don't really know how to. There's just random parts throughout the map. There is spooky parts, just if you can like hear a bit of a buzzing, kind of a buzzing sound. I guess that's the kind of the best sound description I can really give. Buzzing, humming. The game describes it as humming. Yeah, wolves. That's just ambiance. This one. But there's like this little buzzing sound that'll come up every once in a while, and the monsters are kind of like this invisible creature that if I shine my flashlight at it, here's the cave. But if I shine my flashlight at it, it will set them off, and there's a whole bunch of different ones that act different. There's one that will chase after me, and I think there's one that will slowly kind of waltz around and just kind of just be spooky. I don't really know exactly what it does besides that. But there's usually something that always happens whenever I pick up a new piece of paper, if it's one that the game thinks is important, so... But I've kind of just learned how to handle the creatures now, and so I'm not really having any issues with the creatures this time. I think I've died a total of I think I died once to a creature this time. And it was pretty much at the very beginning, so... Okay, I'm definitely in the area. Why did I stop using my... Why did I do that? I stopped using my map immediately as I got here. Oh, little frame rate. Little drop there.
You think you're significant?
Yes.
That you will uncover the truth for everyone to see?
I guess, yeah.
So you can point the finger at the monster?
Hell yeah. I'm game.
First, take a look at the mirror.
Okay. Alright, I looked up. Is the preview okay? Does that suffice? That's kind of the only thing I have as a mirror. Oh, hi. Uh-oh. 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 Ah! That's the monster. Oh, God. Go, 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 go! Hi! There was no right there. I don't know if you saw it. Oh shit, I don't like that. Nah, I'm gonna keep the light on. Oh. But yeah, if you're here for kind of like spooks like you know, Outlast or some shit, you're gonna be a bit let down. It's not really spooky like that. It's I would say more of a suspense, I guess, kind of game. I heard a growl. Fuck off, I'm right here.
Whoever you are, if you are reading these words,
If I get jump scared right now, I'm gonna love it.
We are in a place they call Post Office Box 5. I don't know where this is. I don't even know what year it is. They are not allowing anyone from the outside to have contact with us. They lock us up in cells, 4 in each. I saw dozens of cells like that. They talk about something they called Anomaly 7. Every day we undergo tests, research, tortures. I have seen how they kill people. I have seen terrible things. Write about it. Let the world know. They conduct the worst experiments possible. They have something that we call the fear chamber. There is no way to say what will happen to the person that ends up there. Some come back, but are no longer themselves. They are absent. Others are dragged out dead. Only few stay sane. I have seen a bright orange light which spoke to me in demonic voices and showed me things worse than any nightmare you can possibly dream. Sometimes people come out of there with broken bones, mutilated, crushed, irradiated, dismembered. I can't take it in anymore. Take away these images. There is a scientist amongst us. He said that during their sick experiments, they discovered something out of this world. They are trying to test it. The truth is that it is testing them. He told us that there are more places like this around the world, and there will come a day the gates of hell will open. You have to stop this. Destroy it. Destroy us. Kill us all. The center is governed by something that is called
Scroll down.
the Soviet Research Unit for Natural Phenomena. I have seen this on an ID card of the man that was interrogating me. He said we were prisoners, convicts, murderers, rapists, thieves. But that is not true. I have done nothing wrong. I hate them all. They call us subjects. No names, but subjects. I am Subject 73. I don't even remember my real name. I beg of you, please help us. Burn it all to the ground. If only this letter reached beyond the walls of the center. If only the guard who promised to take it has kept her promise. You have to do something. I swear by all that one holds sacred, you have to. My only cellmate, Anton, whispers in my ear that everything is going to be fine. That the orange light is singing in the voices of hundreds of angel choirs. Anton promised me that if I listen carefully to the singing, he will free me. Sometimes, however, I think that all of this does not exist. There is no prison. There are no bars. There are no doctors. There is no Anton. There's only this frightening, piercing orange light.
Damn. Alright. What now?
Cool.
happened there? What do I do now? What's going on? What's going on? Hello? Should I be trying to escape? I'm just gonna run out of here. Okay. What is that sound? Is that like an avalanche? Icicles falling? I have no idea.
Whoever you are.
No, go away. That's done, 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 that's done. Okay. So what do? I can hear a piece of paper up there. So did I hear all of the woman's things? Because hers are very fast. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, wow. That was... Alrighty, hello there. Alright, so... What do I do now? How do I end the game?
Eons. That's how long I spent suspended in nothingness. And then this one time, a pale, dim glow filled it. I felt as if some consciousness started soaking through an orange cloud into my brain, dripping with heavy drops, not letting me pass away nice and peaceful. I fought with myself. I had no strength to open my eyes. And finally, processing this situation on and on, I realized
Oh, God.
I have no eyes.
Okay, I think that's in the very center of everything. Like, yeah, where it all began. Because I think that's basically if you wanted to go through and go completionist mode, you can continue going from here. I am not going from there. Sorry if that breaks your heart. I gotta give you a reason to play the game, not me. God, this game would have been so much shorter and easier to go through if I just If I just was not being an idiot and just kind of like noticed, yeah, this kind of stuff is what else supposed to go grab? Like basically these numbers are the ones I need to get, not random ass ones. Hello. What?
And so, we have reached the end. Have you understood your role in my plan? There are no random victims, and nobody is completely innocent. You may not agree, but when the gates to Section 22 open and the world will see true madness, you will understand that everything I had done was necessary.
Okay. Go, go! Ah! Run! I don't know why I'm running.
Where are you?
Ah!
I can see you. Where are you?
Run to the light! Yes, I do. Right here. Hello? What? 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 Alright, I'm sorry, but I am so confused. I do not understand a lick of what just happened, bro. Not a bad game by any means, but I have no idea what happened at all. Like, the girl's story was fascinating. I did like her stuff. The guy's stuff, I didn't understand his at all. Yeah, no, I didn't understand the story at all. Admittedly, I wasn't really trying very hard to understand any of it. So I ultimately don't know why I even played it if I'm not even gonna, like, fucking try to pay attention, so... Big brain on me. But... But... Anyways... I am gonna have to end it there, I guess, since there's nothing else for me to do. So... Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see